So let's be honest, you want to feel more confident, but most days it feels like a fight to even look or feel like you're confident. And no, this isn't the fake it until you make it series. No, this is for people who second guess themselves and feel stuck and invisible in the crowd. Behind a version of themselves they know they're capable of more. You do not need hype. Clear that out right away. You do not need hype. You need clarity and small wins to get you further. So I call the place you're at right now the confidence prison, where behind a set of bars that's limiting your growth. And what you need is the confidence key to unlock and remove those bars entirely. So that is what I will be telling you in the next 7 weeks. Every time on Wednesday, a video like this will come online. And then gradually you'll know how to be more confident and actually feel like and not pretend it. So today I've prepared 4 points that you need to know this video in order to get further on the next video. So, first point. What confidence really is. And maybe thinking, how silly is that? But you need to understand the problem first before you can even think or add a solution to that. So this, what is confidence? Confidence isn't about being loud, being overly in the crowd that everyone must like you. No. Confidence is one key element in it. And it is that you trust yourself in every situation you go and you do not need to prove anything to someone. Have you ever had those moments where you were in a class and you're sitting behind your desk and the teacher asks you a question? For example, what is 12 times 8? You thought of 69, but something in your chest stopped you entirely. It went away. That's the moment your confidence sunk below your boots. To even put this in perspective, this is the ground, and you get that question. And what is happening? It's literally going like this. That is what's happening to you at that exact stage. You have your confidence and it drops below your shoes. That is the immediate reaction you get. And it feels like there is a trap that your confidence doesn't show up. That you're not ready, sitting there, feeling like a powerful human, answering 96 minutes. That's what you want. But the trap of this, that's what kills you. So that is what confidence is about. Confidence is just trusting yourself, and when you go into a situation, you do not need to prove anything to anyone. So let's get into point number 2. Let's do with the first point, which is why you do not feel confident right now. As I said, it's hopeless to tie a solution to a problem you do not identify. But you also need to know why and how it's coming. So then the solutions I'm going to give you, you can tailor it to your situation specifically. Where you lose the confidence and where you want to gain the confidence. That is the problem you're getting. So what is happening? Most of us are waiting for it to magically show up. But there's one thing I can tell you. Confidence doesn't show up. It's built through repetition, continuous suffering, putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations, And then you're the one that's showing the confidence that you're standing above. That is what you need to do. Confidence is built through action, not waiting. And it's like this, which is one of the beautiful things in life. You're nervous for a presentation. One of your group members goes up to you and says, "No need to be nervous, it's going to be alright." That advice is like giving a parachute to someone who's already hit the ground. It's useless. It skips the part that you need to follow. So one thing you need to note and write down is confidence is made through continuous action. And when you failed the first time, you try the second time, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, you can continue until one time you hit that finish flag. That is one of the key elements I give you as a little present this video. So now we get into point number 3. There's a common myth that is believed in the group that you're probably thinking of right now. It's very easy. It's a myth. It's just a myth I'm going to tell you. People just say, be confident. You know what's funny about that? It's telling to a little person, just grow taller. Just imagine and listen to how useless that is. It's the same as run 10 kilometers faster instantly when you're already running at your max. Something you cannot control with just a switch of a button. And that's what many believe. But it also has to do with social media these days. Social media is the biggest killer you could ever see. Why? Social media only show the highlights. That's the only thing they're showing. Not the process behind it. People just post what they've achieved. Here is my new Ferrari. But they do not show what's before that. That is what this myth is all about. It's just like with one switch of a button. You just press it, boom, I have Ferrari. No. There have been countless times when you had to put in action that got you that result. But that is not shown. So, my first advice, do not compare yourself to someone on social media. They only show the highlights, not the downsides. Now we get into the fourth and last point for this. The fourth point here is a common mistake you make. And it's not wrong to make mistakes, as long as you try to fix them. Because if you stay here, not putting action, not putting anything that I've said in this couple 10 minutes that has already been teaching you what's wrong with confidence, what you need to do, and then we can build on that further. You need to prepare it in order to fix it. You cannot go and paint this wall. No, you need to prepare it and then you can paint it. That's what I'm doing. I'm preparing you for it. And also you need to understand why you struggle with confidence. You simply struggle because people have been telling you the myth. Then you just feel it, not build it. You know, they always say, just be smart. No, it takes time to be smart. You need to study something, and then you can say, I'm smart in this. That's what's happening. So if you're a scientist, and you study the human growth hormone, you can tell everything about it. But then someone goes about Newton's law, and you do not know anything about it. And they're just saying, be smart because you're this. It's useless. That is to do with this. You're chasing a feeling that's not there. It's just society has called it that way. That's what's happening. You need those small wins, stacked actions, and a reason to keep going. Because it's like if you're trying to get on that healthier diet, go to the gym, and you've not been a couple of days, and then this feeling of guilt comes in. And it's all because you're afraid of what people are going to say. That's all what's going to happen. But confidence is not caring about what people say. So, to give you an example of this, what is coming in the next 6 weeks after this? As I said, every Wednesday on 5 p.m., 5 in midday, you can expect a video on this, breaking down the 6 most common things you do that are destroying your confidence. I do not disclose them fully. I will reveal them one by one. And then it's just for you, pick out the right video that is tailored to what you need. It are 6 most commonly things that you're doing wrong that's killing your confidence. That is what you can expect in this next couple of weeks. So, to recap, what did you learn? You know what confidence is really about. It's not about being loud. Understand that. What you know else? Actions build confidence. That has to do with the third point. It's through repetition. Continuous action. That's how you get it. And for the last thing, it's not your fault that you're struggling with it. No one has ever taught you how to be confident. So, with that, subscribe, like it, hit the bell icon, and be ready for next Wednesday. Because then we're going into the most commonly thing you're doing that's killing your confidence below your shoes. So the choice is yours. Do you want to be in the confidence prison, or want you get that key that lets you achieve the confidence you deserve and want? So with that, I've nothing to add anything else, and I hope to see you next Wednesday.